Any shot.
One with the umpires and then two captains. Apologies for this.
No problem. No, it's fine. You must be in the picture. You're going to spin the ball. Okay. On air. Right, good morning here from the recreation ground in Oudtshoorn. It's a nice overcast morning for the toss of the Pro20 Hollywoodbets series match between the home side, the Garden Badgers, and World Sports Betting Western Province. I've got the two officiating umpires today, somebody straight on, and then the Falkland and the two respective captains. First of all, welcome to the rescue captain, Leah Jones, and then also to the home captain, Zintle Kula. I'm going to ask the home captain, Zintle, to spin the ball. All his tails. The ball was hit. So the toss won by World Sports Betting Western Province. Leah, you won the toss, you opted to bat. Any reason behind that? You will remember quite well last year that Nathan Nick scored a century here. Same strip than yesterday. Your thoughts about the strip? Yeah, you will be confident to turn things around after yesterday?
Yeah, just in a post. Back against the
Good luck for the match, and we know that you will make a comeback today. Zintle Kula? Zintle, you lost the toss. Your view on that? So you actually want to bowl first? Obviously a fantastic win yesterday. You're confident you can repeat that today? Thank you very much. That concludes the toss and the post pre-match ceremonies here. The news is that World Sports Betting Western Province has won the toss and they opted to have a bat first. We will see you in 30 minutes for the start of this game.
must be that
Ground in Oudtshoorn for the Hollywoodbets Pro20 series match between the visitors from Cape Town, World Sports Betting Western Province, and the local side, the Garden Badgers. Victory yesterday, comprehensive in the Pro 50 match, Warren. A new day, toss win by Western Province. We elected to have bats first. Your take on this?
Yeah, good morning, everyone, to all the viewers. Obviously, a great opportunity to be here this morning. Yeah, obviously, great victory for the Garden Badgers, the home side. But like you said, Mr. Kennedy, new day, new challenges, new format as well.
Yeah, new format. Last season, in the same match here, the Badgers also won the Pro 50 match. And then Western Province, courtesy of a century by Danai Finike, bounced back to record the highest score every year at the recreation ground, 194 for 2 in a Pro 20 match. Today, a new day, and we will see Lucian Swart running in from the commentary box in. She was quite impressive yesterday with the ball.
Yes, very impressive yesterday. She made a new ball talker with she went both ways a few times, so I'm sure she will try and maintain that type of form for today's clash.
Yeah, absolutely. The same strip, I mean, there's nothing simple in the strip. I think either way, whether you bat first or bowl first, the strip will be offer a fair contest of cricket.
Yeah, definitely. I think today it's just about intensity is the individuals will execute their skills under pressure. So all the best to both teams.
Yeah, on strike, very uh, dangerous batter, Faye Tunnicliffe. She's been on the verge of making a breakthrough to play for South Africa, play for the emerging side. Always a dangerous batsman. So everything is set. It's a nice, fine, sunny day with nice cloud cover here in Oudtshoorn. So it's not too hot. And Lucian Swart is ready to get proceedings underway. The umpires on the commentary box in the northern end of the ground is Sunbury Strelom. And at the Freda Street end, which is also the southern end of the ground, is Lyndon Falkwane. So we're ready to go. Just one change to the Badgers side. Nicolene Jansen from Rensburg is not available today. And that allow for a teenager to take France to get around today. An investment in a local player. She's from the Almeida Hub in Mossel Bay, from the Stelbras Secondary School on the other side of the mountain, and a great opportunity also for her to stamp her authority.
Yeah, great opportunity for another local player. We're hearing good news from the camp regarding her, but for now, it will be Swart.
And sit wide, straight up front by umpire Sunbury Strelom. Just a loosener. Yesterday we saw Western Province bowled 29 wides out of 33 extras, and I think that was also one of the game changers in yesterday's contest here. One slip in position, and it's immediately Nadine Moodley, who's on mid-wicket on the edge. She does the fielding, and no run added to the total. Score one without loss.
Yeah, yesterday we complimented the Badgers bowling attack for being quite disciplined. I mean, they bowled the whole 50 over game with no fine leg.
That's another one, very wide from Lucian Swartz. She will need to get on the money sooner rather than later.
It's definitely there, but a bit sweaty palms there early this morning.
Most probably. She bowled really well yesterday. She was exceptional with the new ball, although she operated from the Freda Street end of the ground for the majority of bowling spells. Oh, there's an opportunity, but it will run away for 4.
Again, the proper and correct question being asked there from Swartz. Unfortunately, just went down. It slipped there. Looked like it's Palisa.
Swan's running into Faitani Cliff. And in the gap. And she's getting a single added to a total that will bring Danae van Niekerk on strike. Van Niekerk impressive yesterday. She was the sheet anchor in this Western Province batting lineup. She scored 66, dismissed with a brilliant catch on cover point with a reverse sweep by Giselle Abrams from the bowling of Kiara Fisher. But this is a new day for the experience Van Niekerk. Oh, well, both that's where Lucian Swan wants to be.
Yeah, but again, on about the knife shot there, just from right to left for which on your screen, just leaving the right hand. Again, Rangers don't find leg, slightly deep square behind, just slightly behind square, and just the third went up. Obviously, the rest in the circle as we on the power play.
Oh, better delivery from Lucian Swan.
Perhaps Swartz found the length, speed the outside user van Niekerk there. En de sprachgepäck of the clear. Niekerk.
Front lead straight to Isel Solier, but there's enough time for another single, and they will not take this. Another one, and so there's a bit of a fumble there. And out bowled, a sound start by Western Province, 8 without loss.
Yeah, Lucian Swartz today slightly disappointed in her first over, but she pulled it back nicely towards the back end there.
Yeah, unlike Lucian Swart, always on the money, but also the intent from Faitani Cliff and Danae van Niekerk is very clear.
Also a chance given in that first over there. So there was an opportunity to put some pressure onto the Western Province batting order in this power play. But nevertheless, it's a chance missed, so you have to be ready for the next one.
Captain Zintle Kula will operate from the furthest rear of the ground, and on strike at the commentary box end, he's done with Van Niekerk. Very conventional power play field. Also sweaty palms there for the captain. She just dropped her down. Good start from Zintle Kula. Once again, Nadine Moodley to action.
Yeah, the captain also very impressive game yesterday. She came in with good intensity with the bat, and also contributed with a decent spell. Also, fielding was pretty top class yesterday, so let's expect another good day from the leader here today.
Over the top. That's a well executed shot. One bounce, 4 over long on. Well played, Danae van Niekerk. Advantage to Western Province as they start building momentum here. They are indeed the defending champions in the Pro20 competition, and they will not like to have a repeat of yesterday.
Yeah, great cricket shot. Maybe overpitched there from Kula, but that is the best place to hit a cricket ball in innings. Straight and over the top. Well executed shot.
Airborne! It's taken, brilliantly taken. Is that Kiara Fisher? No, that is Isel Sillier. Great catch taken by Isel Sillier and a big wicket for the Badgers. Now that's Yolandi Potgieter. Apologies for that. And
Yeah, again, great catch. Also, like we mentioned the over before, that is a very important wicket.
Van Niekerk must depart. Caught Potgieter. Bowl Kula. Very experienced Yolandi Potgieter.
That is an excellent catch there. She had to time a jump to perfection to make sure she can hold on to that one, and obviously the experience come to play there.
Yeah, there you can see on your screen number 16 Yolandi Potgieter. That's a great catch taken. And thumbs up for Potgieter. Yeah, it was hit airborne and straight to Potgieter, but as you see, she timed the jump to perfection. The first wicket is down on 12. And the departure. Well bowled through to the keeper, Mika de Ridder.
Again, Kula just leaving the stumps there. Obviously, in this format, you have to bring the stumps into play. But nevertheless, got ball there in our fifth ball of the second over of this important game here this morning.
Here's another swing and a miss through to the keeper, Mika de Ridder. Almost into action early up. And one would expect. Kula, last ball of her first over, punch into the ground, and the end of a very good over. She conceded that boundary for 2 overs gone. They scored 12 for 1.
Yeah, for the whole team drawing first blood there, and also the big wicket of Van Niekerk. As we can see now, probably Tunnicliffe and Botha trying to make sure they can build a partnership. As we also prepare for a bowling change from the commentary box in.
Yeah, Yolandi Potgieter brought into the action. It's a tough call on Lucian Swartz. She was about to find a rhythm, but the captain has got other ideas.
Yeah, I think they don't want the batters to get used to one bowler here from one side, so maybe a little change up in this first power play. Also, Potgieter contributed nicely with the ball yesterday.
Yeah, she's a very, very experienced player. This is a 60-second match in this format. Oh, that's a magnificent shot by Tunnicliffe. Into the gap, that's 4. Well played, Faye Tunnicliffe.
Yeah, great shot there. Disappointing for Potgieter there. I think she just floated that one up. But also well executed cover drive. Old school cover drive there from Tunnicliffe, but
Full toss. She's lucky to get away with a dot ball there. Well bowled by Potgieter, good comeback. Potgieter to Tunnicliffe. This one sheet to mid-on, and it is Nadine Moodley who does the fielding. 4 players on the leg side. We've got a boundary rider at mid-wicket in Julia Hall. It will most probably tell you that Tunnicliffe can be severe on the leg side. Into the gap, straight. Good work from Zintle Kula, but it will not. They're coming back for the second. They'll have to hurry, and I would say there was an opportunity there, but a bit of sloppy fielding, and that allow Western Province to pick up 2 more runs. 3 overs gone, 3rd over in the power play, 18 for 1, and the batter that's dismissed this morning is Danai Vanika, caught by Potgieter from the bowling of Kula for 5. So Kula will continue from the Freeler Street end of the ground. On strike is Gemma Botha, yet to get off the mark. It's wided by umpire Volkwein. Once again, some sweaty palms.
We praise the discipline of the Badgers bowling attack, just struggling to find their feet early on here in the first couple. The coaching staff of the Badgers will be slightly relaxed after getting a W yesterday in the first game.
Yeah, obviously it's huge pressure first game for Coach Wayne de Ridder. He's a man that's always intensely focused on the job at hand.
He's a really good planner and structuring his game right through. You can see this team is also well coached currently, but they still need to execute their skills.
Yeah, as we wait for this over, there's also an international match at the Gaddafi Stadium in Lahore, Pakistan, 137 for 1. They're batting first in a test match there. Swartz in. This time she does it! Palesa Mapu, 3rd time lucky. There was a swing there, and that's the departure of Botha. Botha's intent was very clear. She wanted to get on with things, and Mapu, on a 2nd attempt, grabbed the catch. That's a very good catch.
Yeah, again, 3rd time lucky for Mapu, but they're not going to complain about that. Also, credit to Swartz there to test that front foot again, to bring slip into play, and again, the Badgers continue to create opportunities in this power play.
Yes, very big relief there for Palesa Mapu. She put down 2 this morning, and this the 3rd one on 2nd slip from the bowling of Lucian Swartz. She held on to it on a 2nd attempt, and as we say, that's the end of Gemma Botha. And Western Province, 22 for 2. So Colleen Reyneke will join Faye Tunnicliffe. Kayla Reyneke, very impressed yesterday with her spin bowling, very economical in her first spell. And you can see the energy, the belief and the self-confidence on the body language and face of Lucian Swartz. There's a bit of a problem there with Palesa Mapu, as she indicated to the dressing room. So Palesa Mapu has left the field, maybe just get a strapping there from the medical team, and Nadine Mooley moves into first slip, and the young 14-year-old Mijan Botha from Oudtshoorn High School will find herself on the edge at mid-wicket. Swart in to the new batter, Kayla Reinicker. Well bowled, Lucian Swartz. That's a very good comeback from the girl from Uppington in the Northern Cape, matriculated at Carlton van Heerden High School in Uppington, and she later played for Free State or the Knights, and she's now here with the Garden Route Badgers in her very first season.
Yeah, again we mentioned yesterday, small in stature, but
Big heart.
Impact bowler.
It's clever bowling. She saw Reinicker advance down the track, and I think that was a fair delivery.
Question now from the batter there. Maybe trying to get a wide from it, but she did advance down the wicket. Maybe just also slightly across the line. Swartz into Reinicker.
Firmly hit in the gap. That's a well played shot. It will not bring up a boundary, but at least a couple for Reinicker. Not properly connected. Still pierced the gap in the offside. Work done by Yolandi Potgieter, and that is taking the score to 24 for 2. Once again, Reinicker, also her intent is very clear. She wants to get on with things. Your view on that, Warren?
Yeah, I think maybe that's just the way they play the game nowadays. Irrespective if it's 2 or 3 down in the power play, they still want to apply and put some pressure onto the bowlers. So it's just good cricket shots, I guess. It's not
absolutely
reckless.
Oh!
Catch! It's out!
That's out! That's out, but I'm very, very concerned about Lucian Swart. She was hit straight on the head, and we will see the physiotherapist very soon. One of the strangest ways that you will ever see a wicket going down. She hit that like a rocket. Well, 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 and immediately the medical team is on the field. Well, Lucian Swart, she seems to be fine. Well, well, well. Is that a dead ball called? Well, well, well. It deflected from the head of Lucian Swart. And we will now be advised by the umpires on the future of the batter. Swart. Quite an eventful over to a great extent. Now she is leaving the field. Lucian Swart.
Yeah, quite an eventful power play so far. I mean, we're only in the 6th over and there's been
3 wickets
three
down.
wickets down, a few cracking shots. Also a couple of, well, cracked to the skull almost. But like I almost said, it's hopefully there's nothing serious for Swartz.
Yeah, the way she's walking, I mean, we're not medical practitioners by any means, but she seems to be fine. So Western Province in trouble here. Tony Cliff on 12, and in comes Uhuli Sio, and also Tishay Franz, the 16-year-old from Mossel Bay, will enter into the bowling attack from the Freda Street end. Lots of action in over number 5.
So again, the youngster interested to end the power play for the Badgers here.
Yeah, it's great to see. Let's just wait for this delivery.
We are
Defensive. He's on the money right from the beginning. Yeah, it's great to see Warren, players from the pipeline that's been introduced into this setup. Great opportunity for the young Tishay France. Yeah, a little bit of drift, but that's good bowling. And besides Tishay France, they've still got Jose Camphor from the Bridgeton Hub here in Oudtshoorn. And as I've mentioned earlier, Mijan Botha from Outeniqua Primary, 3 under 19 players that's still on the school benches. It's great to see.
Yeah, good investment there as well, yeah. To see the youngsters.
Sion strike, France. Well bowled Tishay France. And she seems to be pretty relaxed in the big business. On screen there you see Mijan Botha, who's on the field.
Chance.
In the gap. And yeah, the way that that shot was executed by Sio, it's very clear that there's some turn from Tishay France, and she immediately makes an impact.
Yeah, France is asking the right questions, not leaving the stumps much there.
Well bowled Tishay France, another dot ball. Western Province got off to a very good start. They were 22 for 1 after 4 overs, and then the next over they lost 2 wickets. France in to Sio. Once again go for the big hit, and she will get a single and a very good opening over from the young lady.
Yeah, well fielded there from Potgieter. And that brings the end to the 6th over. It's 26 for 3. We would say that that's a Badger's power play. Obviously, getting 3 wickets in the power play is very, very crucial, but Western Province still looking to pass the pressure on to them with good intent and playing good cricket shots.
Power play gone 26 for 3, and we would just on what's happening here, we will say advantage to the Garden Route Badgers. Well, it's also great to see some of the professional players from the men's side entering the ground to support the ladies.
Yeah, obviously it's good. It's good to see so good like the old Afrikaans word gees amongst the two teams.
Spirit, eh?
Yeah, exactly. So
Well, some work to do still for both Western Province as we watch Potgieter in to Sio.
so since you now be outside the power play, there's a few changes in the field. Obviously, there's a sweeper on the offside and long on.
Yep, and in picture you will see Nadine Moodley, a very good fielder on the circle, also played wicketkeeper for South Africa from KwaZulu-Natal, her 2nd season here. Potgieter in to Sio. Having a smack at that one. Work for Isel Sillier running towards her left, but it will not prevent a single added to the total of Sio. She's opening her account. No, she's on 2 now. And Tunnicliffe, she's still around with all the action that had happened while she was on the non-strikers end. Potgieter to Tunnicliffe. Yeah, one would sense, Warren, that the wicket of Tunnicliffe will be crucial. Should the Badgers get Tunnicliffe back in the shed, they will feel that they've got this one in hand.
I think they're still much in control. They're obviously quite aware of the way Tunnicliffe is playing. But if they can keep her just standing on the one side for longer.
Hit by Sio straight to Isel Sillier, no run added to the total. And I mean, Tunnicliffe is a respected batsman in this format of the game.
There's also ways that you can keep Tunnicliffe out the game if they bowl smartly to Sio.
Potgieter to Sio. She's moving around, and that's an unwanted misfield and 3 runs. Number 3, that is Julia Hall misfield there. That is unacceptable in the context of the game, but firmly stroke by Sio. She'll pick up a boundary, over bowled, so it's 7 overs bowled, 32 for 3.
Yeah, it will be very frustrating. It was the last ball of that over, of the Potgieter over. Should have been stopped, but I'm sure they will try and correct these mistakes pretty soon.
Yeah, I noticed that Palesa Mapu is back on the field, and Mijan Botha will then stand in for the injured Lucian Swart, who was hit straight on the forehead, and that resulted in a catch at cover point. France in. Well bowled, Touche France. Yeah, she's definitely asking the questions, yeah?
Yeah, this youngster is up for it. I mean, she only conceded one run in the previous over. Obviously, it's outside the power play, but they trust her. It was a good shot over the top there.
You can see the experience and the skills of Tunnicliffe. Hit that one over the top for 4. Well played, Faye Tunnicliffe.
Yeah, Tunnicliffe, a very key player in the setup of this innings here for Western Province.
There she go again. It's just not stopped there from Isel Cillier. 4 runs. Almost an opportunity there.
Boundary for Western Province.
Yeah. Can France bounce back? 40 for 3. Yeah, that's a very good comeback ball from Touche France. Also good composure shown by Tunnicliffe. Two balls in the over left. The back foot. Work for Julia Hall. Last ball of the over, and Julia Hall is dropping back on the boundary. France to Tunnicliffe. Oh, it's well bowled to Touche France, but it will not prevent a single, and it will keep Tunnicliffe on strike. Over bowled, so it's 8 overs, 41 for 3.
Yeah, slightly disappointing over for France there, but all credit to Tunnicliffe the way she played it. Obviously realizing that there's opportunity if the spinner misses their length. So again, the Badgers need to just play cleverly here. Make Tunnicliffe just face at least 2 balls and over. Maybe bowl to the new batter just to get it run rate slightly down. It's over. It's just slightly over 5 at 5.1. But Yolandi Potgieter trusted in a third over here. She only went for 12.
So it's the interesting battle of Tunnicliffe and Potgieter here. And that will be a single. Will they come back for the second? No, they will not, as the filling has been done there by Kiara Fisher. Quite a strong arm from the boundary. I mean, we saw yesterday the way that Danae Vernieker throws a ball from the boundary, and we get used to Tasman Brits here, a former, obviously, Olympian javelin thrower.
Yeah, great. I mean, the game's moved on, the fielding has improved.
Good bowling, Potgieter. She will try to squeeze Sio on the other side. She has shown the previous over that she can also pierce the fielders. And that's well played. I'm impressed with Sio's ability to take the bowlers on. Work for Mijan Botha.
Again, there's 3 fielders on the boundary on the leg side. There's deep square, cow corner, and long one. As you can see, the youngster just throwing back to the boundary there, cow corner boundary. That's Potgieter into Tunnicliffe. Tunnicliffe is currently 24 of 22.
Oh, that's well bowled by Potgieter. Well, Tunnicliffe has scored the bulk of the runs, 43 runs for 3 wickets, of which Tunnicliffe has contributed 24 from 23 deliveries. The season campaigner runs in. Slower delivery wide outside of hit towards the offside. There's protection there. Julia Hall does the fielding. Come again, that's again Kiara Fisher. Julia Hall isn't. You can see on your screen Kiara Fisher from KwaZulu-Natal playing her first match here for the Badgers in T20 format. Very well constructed shot by Sio, and she'll pick up a single. So 4 runs from the over. Potgieter has bowled 3 overs, only conceded 16 runs, and she did the job just far. She picked up 2 brilliant catches in the outfield. As I've said earlier, she is a very experienced player, played around the country, and they will continue with spin from the Freire Street end of the ground and the leg spinner Giselle Abrams.
Yeah, quite a big little period of the game here for Abrams. There's Tunnicliffe is finding some rhythm. Also Sawyer is getting into her innings. She's currently 8 of 12. Just making sure they get the correct field.
Yeah, Giselle Abrams also a very good fielder yesterday. She took a fine catch to see the back of Danae van Niekerk. Pulsating match here at the recreation ground. Abrams to Seal. Well, stopped there by Potgieter. She dives towards the left. There was a certain couple or maybe a single into that. So well stopped by Potgieter.
Potgieter's been really decent in the field.
Potgieter is back in action again. 2 dot balls from Giselle Abrams. That will give her a lot of confidence. Always tough for leg spinner to find the target. Airborne in the gap. Work done by Kiara Fisher. And that will bring Tunnicliffe on strike. Yeah, obviously it's not good news for the Badgers that Lucian Swart is out of the attack. Tunnicliffe hit it out. The young Mijan Botha tidy picks it up, and also a strong arm for a 16-year-old schoolgirl. She's also an exceptional hockey player, of course, but she will not prevent a single. That will always be a dot ball to Potgieter.
Yeah, good over so far.
Very good over. Last ball of the over. Will something happen here? Airborne. Giselle Solier will pick it up on the 3rd bounce at long on, and a very good over. Only conceded 3 runs from Giselle Abrams, bowling at a critical stage in the game. 48 for 3 after 10 overs. Tunnicliffe on 25 and Sio on 10.
Yeah, again, like the way Tunnicliffe is playing the innings here. Despite all the wickets it's gone down around us, he still maintained very good strike rate. His current run rate at 5 per over, so Western Province still setting themselves up here for the last 10 as we might see a bowling change.
Yeah, that is Julia Hall has been introduced into the attack. Obviously Nicoline Jansen van Rensburg not available today. She was very economical yesterday. As we said, that opened a door for Tishay France. I think she was pretty good in her first 2 overs. Obviously Tunnicliffe got hold of her with 2 boundary 4s. But Julia Hall will bowl to Sio, who's on 10. There you will see Julia Hall giving the directions and the instructions, and one of that is to bring Giselle Solier from the boundary to the circle. She's at mid-off. All straight to Nadine Moodley. CO is on strike. Back to Julia Hall, 2 dot balls.
Yeah, we were quite impressed yesterday with Julia Hall's knock up the order, and here in this format she's trusted with the ball in hand as well. So
Short, airborne, in the gap. There will be work for Kip Fisher, but it will only be a single.
Julia Hall turning out to be a very crucial player for the Garden Route Badgers.
All to Tunnicliffe. 4th ball of the over. Airborne, Kula, it's 1 bounce, almost. That ball carries to Kula. That ball almost carried to Kula. Once again, airborne, work for Potgieter. It ricochets off her legs as he stopped the ball, but it will not prevent the batters from picking up a single. Lots of flight. That one will carry all the way. That's a big hit. That's maximum from Tunnicliffe. She gets hold of Julia Hall and a sound start, but the last ball was a full toss and Tunnicliffe made use of it. He bowled 4 overs. So this was only a 5th over in this format of the game, and the Badgers will need to make a bowling change to break this partnership.
Now this partnership is building nicely for Western Province. Also, like we said, Tunnicliffe is swiftly going along at 33 of 27.
Yeah, partnership 33 runs for this, the 4th wicket between Tunnicliffe and CO.
Just a little break there in the innings. Just so he's seeing the physio on the field, but also it gives the opportunity for the Badgers just to regroup quickly.
Yeah, what will your message be in that huddle, Warren?
I think it'll be pretty simple. Just make sure that they need to just tidy up.
Yeah, 9 overs to go, restrict the runs. But Western Province, they've got a point to prove here. Nice crowd coming into the recreation ground in Oudtshoorn. Most of the people often go to church on a Sunday morning, and I guess some of them will make their way to the cricket ground.
I wonder if the importance of Swartz, will she return back into the attack, or she's going to stay off the field? Obviously we just need to wait to hear what feedback is regarding the concussion test.
Yeah, I guess that she will go to the hospital sooner rather than later to do at least a proper concussion test. That ball was hit like a bullet straight on her forehead, ricocheted to Yolandi Potgieter, took a fine catch.
Yeah, that ball had some distance to travel there because she was caught in the cover.
There you can see Zintle Kula giving the instructions. Even Palesa Mapu also explaining the... She took a very good catch.
Yeah,
On 2nd attempt in the slips to get rid of Gemma Botha. So CO is fine, and we will see the start of the 12th over. The partnership, 33 runs for this, the 5th wicket between Tunnicliffe, who is on 33 from 27 balls, and CO, who's on 12 from 21. I must say, CO is also impressive, and Tunnicliffe.
CO has been good. Just we can see a little limp there, a little knee issue, so the badges must be aware. There could be a run-out chance somewhere. Yeah?
Potgieter in. Not Potgieter. That is Giselle Abrams. My apologies for that. Yeah, she bowled a fine opening over, only conceded 3 runs from the leg spinner. And the batter on strike is CO. Nice bounce there created. Oh, well bowled. And there's definitely a problem there with CO. I can't see that she can continue. She's limping to the other side.
She's going to go off.
Yeah, she's definitely going to go off. That's not good news for Western Province. It will break the momentum and the rhythm as she departs retired hurt on 13.
She's struggling, as you can see there. Pretty uncomfortable. But that brings the captain to the middle, Lee Jones. Very dynamic player.
So the captain, Leah Jones, she's won the toss this morning. She's on strike. Abrams in to Jones. Flights it, hits it. She will pick up a single. So Tunnicliffe is on strike. My apologies for that. Well played, Faye Tunnicliffe.
Yeah, Tunnicliffe is still going on nicely. Showing a class here today. Obviously she will need a captain to bat with a majority of these overs. Really well bowled there from Abrams. Abrams been tidy so far.
Very, very tidy.
She's quietly going on with her business from the Ferreira Street end.
Oof.
Like a little inside edge there.
A bit of untidy keeping there by the wicketkeeper Mika Darada. There's an opportunity for a run out, and that was a chance there.
Yeah, I think
Abrams is really asking the questions this morning. Palesa Mapu, and that allows Botha to pick up 2 runs. I just sense that with Botha on strike, they should definitely introduce a more attacking field. Overbowled, so it's not 63 for 3 after 12 overs.
Yeah, crucial stage here for the badges in the field. This is where the game, like we always say, the game naturally speeds up, and then the fielding side needs to make sure they pick up the intensities. Boundary riders need to make sure they cut off the angles, which they did yesterday quite nicely. Obviously today, fresh start, new day. Maybe it's slightly tired with the legs,
Yeah.
but they should be conditioned to make sure they can get out this contest on the right side. As we see a bowling change from a commentary box in, that will be
Kiara Fisher.
Asked to bring a breakthrough for the badges. Off spinner. Her field is, she's got long on, car corner on the boundary, long off, and an extra cover on the boundary.
So Fisher into Tunnicliffe. He's on 34. Tunnicliffe waits for the ball, and Giselle Abrams, the guilty party this time. It was not a very friendly bounce for Giselle Abrams there, but nevertheless, what should have been a dot ball has now become a single, and that will bring the captain Leah Jones on strike.
Again, just off your screen there, the extra cover comes into the ring, and deep square will drop out to the boundary. Fisher into Jones.
Well bowled. Fisher to Jones. Flight seat. Hits it straight to Isel Solier, who does the fielding. That's your, yeah, it's Isel Solier. No, that's your pot. Fisher to Jones.
Chance.
Put down by Mijan Botha. Unfortunately, she'll be disappointed. Great effort for the 15-year-old. Parents watching her in the crowd. Chance gone down. The third chance put down by the Badgers, and Tunnicliffe is on strike. Straight to Isel Solier, second bounce, grab the ball, and it allows Tunnicliffe to take a single. Now, if you look at the batting lineup of Western Province, I'm a little bit surprised that we haven't seen Kelsey Adams batting a bit higher up in the order. Oh, that is a reverse sweep.
That brings the end of the over. Yeah, fair point.
Post the questions, can take the game forward. Good to see they will continue with Giselle Abrams.
Yeah, current score reads 66 for 3 after 13.
Just each about 5 runs to the over.
Yeah, the Badgers will still feel that they're in control of things. It's obviously another opportunity missed in the previous over. They could have just maybe just break the neck of the Western Province attack with the bat, but nevertheless, still Abrams in the attack. She's currently bowled 2 overs. Just considered 9 runs. But a flight given there and just knocked down the ground by Tunnicliffe to long on for 1.
Yeah, and we also see the head coach of the Hollywoodbets Badgers men's team, Lotley Seseli, enter to the ground, supporting the female compatriots. And the quest for unity.
As I said, just struggle up the stairs, yeah?
Airborne, there's an opportunity there. Will not carry all the way. Work done by Julia Hall. And a single for Leah Jones. Tunnicliffe on 37. 68 for 3. Abrams to Tunnicliffe. Oh, that's well played. That's 4 runs. Outside leg wide, and she capitalized, pulled it away, and a welcome boundary for Western Province.
Yeah, Tunnicliffe has showed the class there again. Just outside.
With you. Well bowled. Unfortunately for Western Province, Seo got injured and retired hurt. Same shot. Outside leg. Work for Polesa Mapu, only a single.
Yeah, Abrams will feel lucky there to get away with just a single. It was a full toss.
Yeah, 6 overs left, Warren, and I think the Badgers will aim to restrict Western Province to 120, 110. Abrams in, full toss. That is a well played shot. Work for Julia Hall.
Excellent fielding there
That
from
is
Hall.
very good fielding from Julia Hall. That is a very good running from Hall, making about a good 30 meters towards her right, and picked up 2 runs to Tunnicliffe, and 14 overs gone, 75 for 3.
Yeah, again, Western Province batting at the rate of 5.5. I mean, Tunnicliffe has been excellent, we mentioned, and Jones is also 8 of 9 balls. This partnership is growing. The Badgers are well aware of how they need to break this partnership. Also, if not, they just need to control this boundary. Has been outscored quite freely now in the last 2-3 overs, as Fisher is still interested in the attack here.
Tunnicliffe on strike, she's on 42. Work for Captain Zintle Kula. The captain, Leah Jones, well, she's got a job to do here. Fisher to Jones. Swing and a miss through to the keeper, Mika de Ridder. Dot ball. Oh, that should be out. It's a reverse sweep. There's the call. A Jason leg before, and that's the departure of Jones. Breakthrough for Fisher. An important wicket. 76 for 4. The captain, Leah Jones, leg before from Fisher for 8. Why don't you just take us through that?
Yeah, pretty easy decision there for the umpire. Quite hit chasing to the stump also in a fuller length. So great breakthrough for the Badgers there. His current score is 64. I beg your pardon, 76 for 4. Exactly the breakthrough they needed right now. But also still the dangerous for Tunnicliffe was still a decrease, and she's 43 of 35. It was pretty simple now for Western Province to make sure that Tunnicliffe bats right through, and whoever's walked in just need to support her. As we obviously just make reference earlier that highest score here is 194 for 2. Also average score is 120. The Badgers will try and restrict the Western Province to that 120 here, so they can give themselves an opportunity to chase later this morning.
And Delmy Tucker has entered the crease as a result of the leg before dismissal of Leah Jones, the captain. Delmy Tucker, also a player that was very close to the South African team. Fisher. She steer this one down to fine leg, or third man rather. No third man in position. It's quite a strange field placement.
Highest second innings score here in the T20 at the rec is 155, so it's been done before.
It has been done before. Free State against Southwestern Districts.
And also, if you look at it now, majority of those Free State players are playing for the Badgers. So,
but there's a one in Mia Naismith who's currently in India. I can remember she was very outstanding that specific day. Fisher in. Flight it. Airborne. There's an opportunity. No, it will go all the way. Tunnicliffe smacked that one over long off for 6.
Yeah, great shot from Tunnicliffe. smacked it over the rope for 6.
Yeah, Tunnicliffe has certainly kept Western Province in the game here. She's on 49 from 35 deliveries. And Leah Delmichaka will now face Zintle Kula, will come back into the attack.
Yeah, despite Western Province losing the wickets quite relatively, but they continue to pick up boundaries at will, and also again it shows you that good wicket shots do give you value.
Faye Tunnicliffe is certainly the player who stand out here for Western Province. If we look at the scorecard, we'll have a look at it now, as we see the captain Zintle Kula, and she will bowl to Delmichaka.
There's the captain just making sure that the field placing is correct. There will be a long on. She's bringing sweeper. Quite a lot of movement currently happening. So we have a cow corner and no sweeper on the boundary. She brought the sweeper up to the cover region. Third man's up. And there will be 4 on the leg side now outside. There will be fine leg, deep square, cow corner and long on.
So Tucker,
again now moving square leg back, or deep square back to square leg. They definitely will get their steps in today with all this movement around field.
absolutely. With 5 overs to go, and I think Western Province will aim to at least score 50 runs in his last 5 overs. That will take them to 133, and that will be a very interesting contest here. Tunnicliffe will face the first ball of the morning. She's on 43 not out from 35 balls, 4 fours and 1 6. Oh well bowled Zintle Kula. Kula bowled 2 overs and 1 for 8. So the captain will bowl overs number 16 and 18, I suppose. Lucian Swart, unfortunately, she's got no further overs left.
Oh, there's a chance.
There's a chance for leg before. I think that one is outside the line of off stump. Umpire Falkwane is unmoved. And Tunnicliffe, who is on 49, will be on strike. So at least one of the remaining overs will be an over of spin. Kula in to Tunnicliffe.
Chance.
Chance taken, dismiss at 49. That's a crucial wicket for the captain. And Tunnicliffe departs, taking the pace of the ball. Very good catch and bowl.
Yeah, great delivery there, pace taken off. Well spotted there, Mr. Kennedy, and also Tunnicliffe there, but nevertheless a great innings, 49 of 37, as the current score is 84 for 5. Again, Western Province slightly feeling the pressure, as I just wanted to start another block to make sure they get out back into this 20 overs. But nevertheless, breakthrough from the leader, Kula.
Yeah, very good leader. And that will bring Yandiswa Mangele to the crease. A great knock from Faye Tunnicliffe. 49. So yeah, we spoke about it earlier. We expected to see Kelsey Adams sooner introduced in the batting lineup, but we will see what Yandiswa Mangela have for us in store, and Kula will bowl to Mangela.
Yeah, Western Province slightly under pressure, 2 new batters in. With the home side, the Garden Route Badgers with their tails up again after getting that very important breakthrough. Faye Tunnicliffe has been excellent so far, but it's Kula into Anglise. Oh,
Well bowled, Kula.
Another dot ball there from Kula. Her current figures reading 2 for 8. She only bowled at 2.4 overs. So,
And more importantly is the wicket of Danae van Niekerk and Faye Tunnicliffe, the 2 big names in her pocket. Kula to Mangela. Well bowled. They will scramble through for a single. Good running by Western Province. Yeah, definitely no return for Lucian Swartz as Mijan Botha is still patrolling the boundary.
yeah, let's hope and trust that she will recover quickly.
Oh, that's great innovation there and well played from Tucker, and Tucker picks up a well needed boundary. Great play from Tucker. She moves towards the right of her stumps and played it. Yeah, she's an experienced player. So it's 89 for 5, 4 overs to go.
Well, this game's still pretty much in the balance here. By the look of the shot Tucker played, she could be still quite a handful towards the back end in this last 4 overs here.
Yeah, Yandiswa Mangela, she faced 2 balls and she will face Kiara Fisher. And Kiara Fisher will definitely bowl another over of spin. Wided by umpire Sunbury Stadium.
Tucker's also been, she's quite experienced in this format.
Yeah, the general discipline from the Badgers is very good. Will this be a turning point in this latter half of the innings of Western Province? 2 consecutive wides bowled by Kiara Fisher.
Oh.
Nadine Moodley into the action as the sun breaks down here. It's quite a sunny day. It was overcast this morning. Big rain forecast for later tonight, which will definitely not impact the outcome of this match. Work for Mijan Botha. As we see Nadine Moodley move towards the offside.
Now Tucker's been around. She's played 54 matches in this format.
Yeah, definitely. Fisher to Tucker. Work for Mijan Botha, wide over 4 runs. A good over for Western Province.
Yeah, we mentioned all those games Tucker played. She showed that she can pierce the leg side of the field pretty comfortably.
Fisher under pressure. Good comeback there from Kiara Fisher, but that will be a single. $97 for 5. Oh, that's a good delivery from Fisher. Former Dolphins player in the colours of the Badgers. Airborne, Kula takes the catch. No, she doesn't. Great effort from Zintle Kula. And unfortunately, one that was put down. There were a couple of those today, some of them difficult. Hands by the captain Zintle Kula. And well, that's interesting. Tishay France will then bowl over number 18. That will mean Potgieter and Kula will bowl, in my view, respective overs number 19 and 20.
Yeah, again, the Badgers will slightly be disappointed with the opportunities let down in the field. I mean, they continue to create chances, but not just holding on to these half ones. As the current run rate is just under 6. It's obviously reading 5.8 currently.
Tishay France. Oh, it's wide it. Little discipline start creeping in, specifically under the spinners. That's unforgivable, Warren. As a bowling coach, you will know that.
Yeah. Sorry for putting me under the bus there, but no excuse for spinners to bowl. Mount the extras. Going
executed shot. Work for.
Pushing for 2. It's excellent running from those 2 batters of Western Province. Sniffing opportunity that they can pick up another extra one there.
Yeah, work for Potgieter, Yolandi Potgieter, who's made quite a lot of ground. And that also brought up the 100 for Western Province in the 18th over. Good bowling Tishay France.
Yeah, quite a lot of responsibility on this young France's shoulders here to bowl the back and let the end of this innings.
Absolutely. Oof. Not properly connected, but it will bring up a further single for Yandiswa Mangele, taking the score to 102 for 5. Oh, great stop by Zintle Kula. There's a chance. No, that was Giselle Abrams. Brilliant fielding.
Yeah, again,
Giselle Abrams. Apologies for that. She is a very good fielder in that area.
great awareness there. She saw that the bat is shaping up for reverse sweep, and she anticipated that the ball is going to go to a left.
Tucker on strike.
Great.
Tucker reverse sweep again. Abrams moving, picking it up. 1 run conceded. Added to the total. Well, only once before in a T20 match, the Badgers has defeated Western Province, and I can recall that was a cameo of an innings by Michaela Andrews 4 seasons ago. Wide hit. Alessa Mapu dives. Potgieter chase. It'll run away for 4, and France conceded another boundary. Will take the score to 104 for 8. Pardon, 108 for 5. Yolandi Potgieter will bowl over number 19, the penultimate over from the commentary box end of the ground.
Yeah, very important 2 overs here. Like we said yesterday, so important to fight for momentum into your next innings. Potgieter asked to bowl her last over of her spell. She's currently not for 16 and 3.
And on strike is Yandiswa Mangele.
Mangela has also played nicely. His current partnership on 24. She's currently 7 from 10 balls. His Tucker is 15 of 8. Really well bowled there from
Potgieter. Well, we look at a target of around about 120, and that will be a very interesting run chase.
Again, it's slightly below par currently.
Well bowled, Yolandi Potgieter. 2 dot balls in the penultimate over.
Potgieter doing Outlaw's best there to make sure it stays under 120. Mangela is trying to figure out where she can get off strike, or maybe just get another boundary somewhere.
Oh, well bowled, and a very good single taken there. Yeah. Well done, Western Province. Obviously tried to get Delmy Tucker on strike.
Yeah, it's not often you see a single taken to the bowler, but nevertheless, they got through safely and brings the, we would say, informed better on strike. Tucker has been manipulating the field nicely in the 8 balls that she faced, currently on 15.
Interesting next delivery, Tucker on strike. Now that is well played, but it will only be a single. Good improvisation from Tucker. She was hoping for something more, and
Tucker
scored 210 for 5.
Tucker showed he's got a power game, also a touch game, so quite skillful batter. Just the 1 run. I think Yolandi Potter will be happy with that so far. The risk taken.
With limited protection behind the wicket, both on the leg side and the off side. She got away with 2 singles, and there you can see there's a bit of a change there as
keeper goes back.
The keeper goes back, and also
45 legs.
Square leg. Out in the gap. That's a magnificent shot. Well played, Delmy Tucker. 4 runs, end of the over, and the partnership is 31 runs with 1. From overs number 16 to 20.
Now Western Province is definitely in charge of this last 4. Obviously we're into the last over now. Captain Kula entrusted to make sure that she can restrict Western Province to under the 120 mark, which is will be a not a tall ask, but there will be a good chase if it needs to be. If Province gets to 120 or anything over that, but it's great setup here for a great chase later. This afternoon. Okay, and this innings is ebb and flow both ways. There was this great knock of Tanya Cliff. It was dismissed for 49, but you find Mangele on strike now facing Kula.
In the gap, Mijan Botha stops, will not prevent a single.
I think the Garden Route Badgers will be happy if it's 6 singles here in this over and not be able to stand off unnecessary boundaries, as they just make sure the field is in the correct positions.
Now they haven't been clinical in the field today, the Badgers. A couple of drop catches, a couple of misfields. And Zintle Kula will bowl to Delmy Tucker, who's on 20 from 10 balls, a strike rate of 200. And that includes 4 boundaries, 4 fours hit by Delmy Tucker. Oh, there was not something to that. That's wided by umpire Volkwyn. After 15 overs, Western Province were 83 for 4. They're now 117 for 5. So courtesy of these two, Tucker and Mangela, it's another wide ball by Kula. Will the Badgers lost the momentum in the last 5 overs of this innings?
Obviously, you can see Kula's plan here, trying to make Tucker hit to the bigger side of the field, but just getting a line, maybe in the length also incorrectly.
And that is a departure of Tucker, a vital wicket for Kula, picking up a 3rd wicket, 2 wides. Funny old game this, and you correctly analysed it. And 118 for 6.
Yeah, again, Kula striking there for a 3rd wicket. Okay, maybe they're just more happy that's a dot ball. And Adams will face her first ball. She walks in at number 8 today.
Yeah.
Obviously with just 3-4 balls to face here. Not much time. She just needs to make sure she gets bat and ball. I guess so. Kula also same plan still. She have long on, long off in the boundary, car corner and deep square just behind square. A lot of space on the leg side, so she's offering the leg side to the batter. As I mentioned that now that she takes out 45, it was on the leg side. Move
Single, wide wicket, 118 for 6, 4 balls to go.
Steps is up for this.
Adams on strike. She can
Charge.
get it up. And Palesa Mapu, the ball is following her. And she took a catch this morning. But I think that's the 3rd one that she put down.
Half chances that the Badgers just let things slip here. We'll let the end of this innings.
Inside edge, it all counts. This one will run away for 4. You need a bit of luck. 123.
The next ball goes for a boundary, so see Kula in the 5th ball over.
And she castled her. 4 wickets for Zintle Kula. Great bowling from the captain. There's no better way than to bounce back than to picking up a wicket. Zintle Kula, very impressive. I know of somebody that was in trouble. Sending off the batter. So the wicketkeeper, J. Lee Philander, will join Kelsey Adams to face 1 ball in this innings. The score now 123 for 7.
There was a chance for the captain Kula to pick up 5. She got 1 ball left in this over, and also the Badgers' bowling innings.
So Kula to Philander, final ball of the innings. Caught! That's 5 wickets! That's 5 wickets for Zintle Kula. Magnificent bowling performance. 5 for 21 in a complement of 4 overs. Philander caught by Mikadarader. And what a way to end the innings. Western Province, they've been Cliffbait 49, Danai Kerk 5, Gemma Botha 2, Kyla Reineke 2, Otlesio unfortunately retired hurt on 13. The captain Leah Jones was dismissed late before wicket by Kiara Fisher for 8. Delmarie Tucker made 20, a cameo of an innings from 11 balls. And Yandiswa Mangela was bowled by Kule for 14. Kelsey Adams not out 1. And then lastly, Philander caught by the river from the bowling of Kula. They won the toss, they batted first, they scored 123 for 8 Warren. Is that enough?
Yeah, it's going to be a great chase, but also as we see there on screen there, the captain walking off, bagging her first 5 for in this format. Her best before this was 3 for 21, so congratulations to her, but it's only a job off done. Like you said, it's going to be an excellent chase for the Badgers here if they get over the line, as the best second innings score here is 121 to chase, but also it's been done before, so good luck to them in the second innings, but being excited for the second innings.
It's going to be pulsating, and we will see you soon in 10 minutes time. match between the home side, the Garden Badgers, and Western Province. Province won the toss after being in trouble at 24 for 3 after 5 overs. They bounced back courtesy of a very well played 49 by Faye Tunnicliffe from 38 balls. She had 2 6s and 5 4s, and Delmarie Tucker made 20. They ended up on a very competitive 128 for 3. And the record shows to us that here at the recreation ground in Oudtshoorn, that will always be an exciting and interesting target to chase. 123 for 8, pardon, 123 for 8. There was an outstanding bowling performance by the captain, Zintle Kula, backed 5 for 21 in a complement of 4 overs. Lucian Swart, before she got injured, she backed 2 for 10. So Warren, it's all to play for here. The Badgers will be aiming to record back-to-back victories after they've been victorious in the Pro20 match yesterday. And on the other hand, Western Province is the defending champions in the Pro20 competition. They will also like to get a W, a dot in the W column.
Yeah, obviously you couldn't ask for a better setup here for this chase this afternoon. It will be Yolandi Potgieter on strike, facing the captain Leah Jones from Western Province. Obviously, like you alluded to now, Mr. Kennedy, defending champions in this format, so they'll also have something up their sleeves for the Badgers, but I'm sure the Badgers will be ready to make sure they can chase. Obviously it will be an excellent chase because record shows us that 121 should be enough for the team to defend, but as Lee runs into Potgieter,
that one on the line of leg stump, not properly connected. You can see Potgieter also rub where that leather ball hits her.
yeah,
But it's going to be an exciting challenge and chase here. Western Province, they will fight till the bitter end. They're in trouble here, backs against the wall. And the captain Leah Jones runs in to Yolandi Potgieter. Oh, well bowled. Through to the keeper Philander.
again picked up there, that should run away for 4 and it does. That's a great shot from Potgieter.
Yeah, Potgieter experience, well aware of the fielding restrictions during the power play. Bull shot.
Third man is in the boundary. The captain opting to stay and keep first slip in. Obviously just slightly short in length there.
Yeah, Leah Jones. Forward defensive. Good play from Potgieter. That concludes the over. Sound start by the Badgers.
A good start there from the Badgers. Potgieter picking up her first boundary. The majority of that runs were scored on the leg side, so Jones will try and correct the lengths and the lines in the next set. But again, Western Province opting to go spin from a Ferreira street end. Yesterday was the same plan. Tucker into the attack in the power play here. Her field option is pretty standard. If off spinners in the power play, it will be long on and cow corner out, and the rest just lurking somewhere close on the ring there.
Tucker to Mapu. Mapu steers this one down to third man, and we've got a specific component here in the crowd who will applaud every single run.
Yeah, that is also a team member of the Badgers. That's obviously I think she could be on the injury list, but she keeps supporting.
Tucker to Potgieter. Forward defensive.
Okay, Marty.
Always great to host Western Province in the Western Cape Derby here. wicket delivery. You can see the experience of Delmarie Tucker. I watched her this morning with the warm-ups. A crucial member of this WSB Western Province outfit. Oh, and this is well negotiated by Potgieter. Will it run away for 4? It does! Well played, Yolandi Potgieter, using the pace of the delivery. Quick outfield. 4 runs as signalled by umpire Lennon Falkwain. Back to the bowler.
Yolandi not afraid to use her feet. That's nice to see. Just to put some pressure on Tucker, as Tucker is just trying to tuck her up as she comes down the wicket.
Hammers that one back, and I think that one dropped just short of Tucker, who did well to stop it. 2 overs bowled, 11 without loss.
That will be Jones. Obviously trying to get a breakthrough for her team, yeah. Very impressed by Jones so far. I mean, she's got good energy behind the ball. She shapes it nicely away from the right hander, but obviously here in T20 cricket, trying to hit the stumps as often as possible.
Jones to Palesa Mapu. She pulls that one behind square on the leg side where the fielding has been done, and 1 run added to the total. The fielding done by Yandiswa Mangele. Firmly driven by Potgieter. Great stop. Palesa Mapu is down the wicket, and she's run out. That's a breakthrough, and a vital breakthrough, as Potgieter has been run out. Good play by Western Province, good work, good awareness in the field, clinical and accurate, and umpire Sunbury Stradom has got no other option. That's an important break. Badges 12 for 1. And in comes Nadine Moodley. A very good awareness by the Western Province fielder.
Yeah, there was a little bit of misfield there, but she recovered quickly and got the ball back to the bowler's end. Okay, now Lee Jones opting to
She's short of the crease. Province got the breakthrough, 12 for 1. Mapu on strike. Well bowled, Leah Jones. Her tail is up here. It's going to be a very, very exciting and interesting afternoon.
Yeah, again, good energies behind the ball there from Lee Jones.
Swing and a miss through to the keeper, Philander. Yeah, the intent of Palesa Mapu is very clear.
Mapu's trying to take the aggressive route here against Jones. Just slightly hitting across the line the ball. And maybe just trying to pierce that gap there. I know covers is packed. Slip came out and also moved into the cover region, so they're asking Palesa to hit across the ball.
Yeah, absolutely. Just inside the wide mark. She only conceded a single in this over with the captain Leo Jones. Western Province, we've mentioned it earlier, they are the defending champions and they will not like to go back to Cape Town without a win. Well bowled. This one beats literally everything. Good over from the captain. 3 overs bowled, 12 for 1.
Yeah, very, very good over there from Jones. I mean, she's been on the button. Again, been impressed by the way she will face her first ball. Also facing Tucker.
Morley very strong on the leg side.
And quite a lot of movement off camera regarding field placings. Obviously we're still inside the power play. Only 2 fielders are outside the 30-yard mark. So it will be
Tucker to Mapu. Pardon. Tucker to Morley. And there's a single added to the total.
Tucker just pulling a length back slightly there because the previous 2 balls was quite full, and obviously the badges show that they can run the ball just off the face of the bat, so putting a length back is
Tucker into Mapu. Straight to the fielder. Very good fielding there next to the square leg umpire.
I think also it's quite important here, the badger is going to try and just rotate strike and not get stuck on one end. I mean, Tucker showed her class yesterday, and again she's on the button. There's Palesa just trying to steer that one past the square leg.
Yeah, good sensible cricket from Tucker and Western Province.
Only 1 run so far off this over, the 4th over in this power play.
And that's a departure of Palesa Mapu. Well played, Western Province. Mapu caught in the covers exactly according to the plan, and Province is getting the momentum here.
Yeah, again just the fielder there in the cover region.
And that brings Mika Derrida to the crease. Warren, Western Province, certainly they're not going to give this away.
Yeah, definitely. They got their toes up. I mean, they got their plans in order. Also, the one important thing that they're holding on to the catches.
Absolutely. And grasping the opportunities.
As also vastly experienced, Mika Derrida walks into the crease.
Mika Derrida played for South Africa before. Was part of the national setup for a long time.
Yeah, so she played a handful of games. Yeah, she's played 39. This is her 40th match. Highest score of 55. So
yeah, she played for Eastern Province before she moved to the Garden route. End of the over, very good over from Delmarie Tucker, and only 2 runs conceded in the last 2 overs. 13 for 2 after 4 overs. And Western Province, they were 22 for 1 after 4 overs. So the competitive scores will tell you that Western Province has got the momentum and the advantage.
yeah, Province well ahead of us in this stage of the game. Jones is going to trust herself to bowl a third over, and by all means well deserved. I mean, her figures are reading 0 for 7. She's going to still try and
Yeah, Jones, well, they probably did their homework on Nadine Moodley, and they will be well aware that you can't bowl short to Nadine Moodley. She's very, very strong on the leg side.
false start there from Jones. As much as obviously if you just came online and you see the badges are 13 for 2, as Moodley only faced 1 ball in the Ridder. 1 ball is a very crucial partnership for the badges here, these 2 batters. If they can get through, maybe just bat until over number 11, number 12, set themselves up for a chase.
Ooh,
It's too short.
it's too short, but the intent of Nadine Moodley was very clear. She's eyeing the mid-wicket boundary.
Yeah, Lee Jones is running in with some purpose here this morning. Just a little bit of zip off the wicket as well.
Yeah, so just past 12 o'clock, it became afternoon.
Important.
Nevertheless, glance down to third man, it will be a single. How would you suggest the game plan from the badges from here onwards, Warren?
I know I mentioned it just now, just these 2 just need to make sure they can bat for as long as possible, just give himself some sort of platform
To work with.
afterwards. Also make sure that the last 4 can make sense if it's one of those batters that stay in for as long as possible.
Oh well, fielded by Danae van Niekerk, who dives towards the right and prevent a certain almost couple or maybe a boundary as the Ridder line van Niekerk. Jones hit. Good fielding there. Western Province, very good bowling. They keep the pressure on, 15 for 2. Leah Jones, a very good opening over here, opening spell by Pardon? That is Nadine Moodley. It's a bit of a fumble there by Philander and not spotted early by Mika de Ridder, and no run added to the total.
Reference earlier that the badges, they let a couple slip, a couple of half chances.
The Badgers can't get the momentum going here as we watch Jones running in to Moodley. And very, very good application. Good over for Western Province. 3 very good overs. They only conceded 4 runs in the past 3 overs to score 15 for 2 after 5. And at the same time, after 5 overs, Western Province were 24 for 3.
Okay, still nicely in the balance. We mentioned earlier that Terode and Moodley just needs to consolidate, spare a few overs. Also, just be mindful of just to play good cricket shots. I mean, it showed in Western Province first innings that they went about their business, made sure they played good cricket shots. They stuck her into the rudder, sweeps one there, but there is a fielder obviously down there at square leg and good throw from the boundary. Only consider 1 runner for first ball of a third over Tucker.
Yeah, Tucker. Come to that now, just watch this one delivery.
6.
Yeah, well, that is a release shot from Moodley. Capitalize on that one. I was about to say that Tucker.
Enough to take on that big boundary. Again,
In the
smart
gap.
cricket there. She gets a boundary and she knocks it through the mid-wicket region for tall frame. Got good energies behind the ball as well.
Yasu into Moodley.
On to third man, just got the inside edge, but luckily didn't ricochet into her stumps. A couple of quiet overs here, you can just feel that something is about to happen. Terada and Moodley.
Reinecker.
Yeah, this is a stage where Western Province, despite them losing 3 wickets. Oh, that's another one. That's gonna go all the way for 6. Moodley again, backing herself to go the bigger side of the field.
Yeah, that's a massive boundary and an effortless shot by Nadine Moodley, just beating the fielder.
Great shot from Moodley there again. I'm opting to go for the slog sweep. Connected it nicely. Some pressure onto Reinecker now here in the third ball.
Well bowled, Kayla Reinecker. She was very economical yesterday in her opening overs. 34 for 2, 7.3 overs bowled. Reinecker to Moodley. In the gap. Work for Adams. She will pick up. They will not take on the strong arm of Adams. And I feel Moodley will feel that she missed out an opportunity there on that full toss.
Yeah, again, I think she'll be happy just to guide it for 1 or 2 there. And she got the boundary in the previous
Fair enough.
ball. Reinecker just pulling, making sure Moodley stays in the ground.
It's quite an aggressive intended shot by Nika de Ridder, and she will pick up a single. Good over thus far for the Badgers. 8 runs from it. Reineker's got 1 ball left with Moodley on strike. I'm not sure what the umpire sees. Oh, she will roll around the wicket to Moodley. Work for Kelsey Adams. Nicely down on the knee. So it's 9 runs from the over, 8 overs gone, 37 for 2.
Again, much better over for the Garden Badgers there.
Yeah, actually their best over thus far. And Seal will continue from, or Yasu will continue from the commentary boxing of the ground. 37 for 2, the target 124, 12 overs to go. And they need 87 more runs to take this one over the line and send Western Province back to Cape Town with back-to-back defeats. But it's not going to be easy. Province will test and show resilience till the bitter end.
Yeah, that's why they're the defending champions in this format. They're not just going to lay down. They'll find ways to claw themselves back into this challenge here this afternoon. Moodley pops that one over the top, over long one, and so a couple of bounces.
No, it's 4 runs. A great start to the over. Captain Leah Jones. Great effort from her, but not good enough. And Moodley backed. No, it's 4 runs. A great start to the over.
Conservatively after that. Risk taken and the reward making sense for that.
Absolutely.
Great shot there.
Moodley, very experienced. Yasu to Moodley. Well bowled. Great comeback ball from Yasu in the block hole. This is going to be an exciting, almost 12 overs left in this contest. Warren. Very, very even Stevens.
Yeah, so I can always say the team that panics last.
The Badgers will need a partnership here between Moodley and the Ridder. White or Van Niekerk? No. Good ground made by Danae Van Niekerk. Her favourite fielding position, as always, underneath the scoreboard, clubhouse there, on the western side of the ground. The Ridder and Moodley, of course, both former South African wicketkeepers, and so is the assistant coach of the Badgers, Jolani van der Westhuizen, and also a former South African wicketkeeper.
Yeah, so running between the wickets should not be an issue between these two. Got a big vacant space there on the leg side.
Well bowled.
Well there. Yeah, Sue, also got to give her credit. She's bounced back nicely after her first ball went for a boundary. 2 really good Yorkers there. Off stump Yorkers bowled to Ridder. Moodley currently on 25 of 20. Ridder 5 from 10 balls. As his partnership stands on 29.
In the gap, that will be 2 runs. Kelsey Adams runs around. She's got a strong arm. Moodley's back. Good running between the wickets between these 2 wicket keepers.
Yeah, that's really good running. Good shot from the Ridder there.
Yeah, the Ridder, to me, she looks pretty much, in control of her game. Easier said than done.
Yeah, I think she understands what you need to do in this scenario of the game.
She needs to put up her hand today because the Badgers need something special from her. That one was intended to fly towards the commentary box. Overbowled. End of the over. 44 for 2 after 9 overs. Required rate still 7.3. And we are into a very interesting period of this game. So Kayla Reneke will continue.
Yeah, there's 1 run and 1 wicket difference at number 9 over in the game.
Yeah.
His Province was 45 for 3 and the Badgers are 44 for 2.
Yeah, as I've mentioned, Western Province scored 40 runs in their last 5 overs between overs number 16 and 20 to give them 123, which always is a tough score to chase here at the recreation ground in Oudtshoorn. Kayla Reneke operating from the Freda Street end of the ground. She's got protection, square leg, mid on, mid wicket. Into the pocket, work for Kelsey Adams. Kelsey Adams, deceptively quick, moving around on the boundary there. She's got a very strong arm.
I think I like the way Moodley is approaching a knock here. She's finding spaces, making sure the ball lands into the gaps as the rudder goes for a sweep. But, dot ball.
Every single ball will count here. This one lands behind square on the leg side. Philander runs around, does the fielding, but once again will not prevent a single.
I think this partnership is crucial for the Badgers. I mean, I think the coaching staff would beg them to get to a 60-70 run partnership, and it should set them up to get over the line this afternoon. But like I said, Western Province well equipped to make sure that they can ask really tough questions this afternoon from the Badgers batting lineup.
A quicker one into the gap. The ball was airborne for quite a while, but Moodley, as you say, she found gaps in this field, and Reyneke will at all costs protect the boundary. It's very clear if you look at the field placing. Let's see if the rudder can meet one through the offside. And that one will run away for 4. A vital boundary behind square. Intended shot. Well played by Mika de Ridder. That's 4 runs. And that's a 50 up for the Garden Route Badgers. A very good period for them. Let's see if the Ridder can meet one through the offside. And that one will run away for 4. A vital boundary behind square. Intended shot.
Okay, and similar delivery.
And it's a very good over from a Garden Route perspective. They got 8 runs in this over, taking their score to 52 for 2 after 10 overs. And at the same stage, Western Province were 48 for 3, 52 for 2. Once again, that last 5 overs was crucial for WSB Western Province.
Yeah, again, also they show that they also could, despite them losing a couple of wickets in this next set of 5, they also pushed the run rate up, but the Badgers is going just the other way around, making sure that they can consolidate this partnership. It's currently now on 39.
So Gemma Botha will replace Yasu from the commentary box end of the ground. The northern end of the ground.
Yeah, Botha yesterday also in a 50 over competition. Our first 3-4 overs, there was always a boundary in there. She will try and correct that small mistakes here today.
The rudder is on strike, facing Botha. Nicely worked around in the gap. Good running once again between these two, looking for the singles, keeping the scoreboard ticking.
Yeah, again, smart batting from these two. All the experience that they gain over their careers are going to come to 4 years this afternoon for the Garden Route Badgers.
Botha to Moodley. Airborne. Kelsey Adams will runs around. As I said again, deceptively quick in the outfield, strong arm, and is entrusted to patrol the boundary fence on the offside.
Yeah, Moodley gave herself a bit of room there again, also finding space. That's now the second time that they asked Moodley to
stay behind the crease.
Stay in the crease.
Lots of local support for the local team. Well bowled, Gemma Botha. Dot. Patrol the boundary fence on the offside.
Yeah, Moodley gave herself a bit of room there again, also finding space. That's now the second time that
And again, Nadine Moodley is caught outside a crease.
I have a funny feeling.
The Ridder, well, that's a risky run, and
Safe.
that's just in. It was a very, very risky single. The call was made by Moodley, she's home. We will have a crease.
I have a funny feeling.
The Ridder, well, that's a risky run, and
Safe.
that's just. Botha to Moodley.
Right.
Some bat to that one, it's an interesting shot. Tried a reverse sweep. One ball left in this over, and Botha will need, from a personal perspective, try to prevent a boundary.
Oh, come on.
No, I'm not sure.
Bit of mind games, yeah?
Absolutely. Full toss in the pocket. That'll be a single. So 6 runs, 5 runs from the over, Gemma Botha, and the required rate 7.4. That's 11 overs gone, 57 for 2.
Yeah, we reached that stage of the innings where you can feel something's about to give. If it's a bowler to fail to execute their skills, these batters are well equipped to get a boundary. As the Garden Badgers need 67 more runs to get over the line, but obviously Western Province here going to make another bowling change from a very astute end. And the first time for this weekend you'll see Adams into the attack.
Yeah, Kelsey Adams, a real fighter. She's got a bit of bulldog in her, I suppose. And Mika the Ridder patiently waits for the action to start or to continues. That will be a single as Faye Tunnicliffe runs around, does the fielding.
Very interesting, there was some width offered, but the Ridder offered to go on the knees and sweep it to just behind square there.
Yeah, one sense that when Moodley is on strike you can expect anything or something to happen. Well, both Kelsey Adams, the wideish Yorker bowl there. Wide it, and we had to wait until over number 12 for the first wide bowled by Western Province. Yesterday they bowled 30, 29, and a very, very big turnaround in terms of wides bowled. Is that a catch taken? Yes, that's a departure of Nadine Moodley. Nicely taken catch.
Now Moodley just gave herself some room there, but I think the lack of pace done her there.
And a very, very big turnaround in terms of wides bowled. Is that a catch taken? Yes, that's a departure. Gemma Botha? Yeah, it's indeed Gemma Botha who took the catch. And we will see Zell Solier walking out to the crease. So this will be the premier Badgers batter to come to the crease. Isel Solier, 59 for 3. And Mooley departed.
Yeah, we saw the dismissal of Moodley there the previous ball as that partnership came to an end. That's so here's it walks into the arena. Current run rate is 5.2 and the required is 7.6.
Adams to Solier. Oh, well bowled, Kelsey Adams. Just sense the ebb and flow of this game. Western Province, from a Badgers perspective, that required run rate is 7.8. It's continue creeping up. Solier, that's properly, that's 4. Well. Just in front of square.
Yeah, so here came out with proper intent.
From a Badgers perspective, that required run rate is 7.8. It's continue creeping up. Solier, that's properly, that's 4. Well.
She's 4.
Adams to Solier. It's wided by umpire Falkwane. And, well, besides the fact that it's a wide, Solier will feel that she missed out on an opportunity there.
So just some background on Solier. She's played 51 T20 in her career, highest score of 103 not out.
Well, she will need to come to the party today. Well, that one will not be a boundary. Once again, she'll feel that she missed out.
That brings the end of the 12th over. 65 for 3. Very much even Stevens here. As Province was 63 for 3. You see, like I mentioned now, the Badgers just 2 runs ahead.
Right, so Solier takes strike, and Gemma Botha will continue from the commentary box end of the ground. She conceded 5 runs in her opening over, and a key batter for the Badgers on strike, Isel Solier.
So Isel knocks it down to the long off area, but cut off there by
Faitani Cliff.
But still picks up 1 run. She moves to 6 of 4.
Darada 17 from 21. Down to third man, single.
Darada's going to play a big role here for the Garden Route Badgers. It's just a slight field change, as long on drops to the boundary, sweeper comes up to the inner ring and offside.
Firmly driven back to the bowler by Solier. Misfield by the bowler, and Solier will run through for a single. But I won't mind the singles. At all costs try to protect the boundaries. It's a big shout. Yeah, it's given out. The runner is walking herself. That's bold, in fact, and that's why she's walking. That's the departure of the runner. And Western Province. It's a big shout. Yeah, it's given out.
Pointed from, obviously, she was a very key batter in this partnership and in the choice of this target, but nevertheless, it brings the leader to the crease. Obviously, she got some confidence from the bowling innings. She picked up 5, so but she's going to have to do a decent job with the batter if she wants to take the team over the line here this afternoon against Western Province.
Yeah, big day for Zinhle Kula. We mentioned earlier that she bagged 5 wickets.
Stage is set here for Kula.
So the next half an hour, 7 overs, are going to be fun and games here at the recreation ground in Oudtshoorn.
Yeah, this is Kula's 51st match in the T20 format. She's got a higher score of 27 not out.
Well, she'll basically need to score 27 not out, and even better today. Bota to Kula. That's widened by umpire straight on. This match will go down to the wire, I can promise you. Stay with us. Kula, driven.
Facing the gap.
Oh, great stop. That's a great stop. That is a great stop by Faye Tunnicliffe.
The Garden Badge is still slightly in front of Western Province at this stage. Western Province is 66 for 3. Garden Badge is 70 for 4 after 13.
So Kula is on strike. And Kelsey Adams will continue. Shh. No, that's not Kelsey Adams.
It's
Reiniker will continue, but there's a single there. And that's good running, very good running. Is she home? And Silier's run out. I think this is a turning point in the game. That second one was never on. Good fielding by Western Province. And Silier's run out. Very good fielding by Western Province.
Yeah, again, we mentioned earlier that the fielding could be the difference here between the two teams. Excellent fielding on the boundary there. Not sure who the player was that got the throw in, but there was excellent work. She cut off decent amount of ground. And so they got rid of the very experienced batter. She ran herself out from 7.
And in comes Julia Hall.
Julia Hall comes from a very good knock of yesterday, but she different role again today. She walks in at number 6 or number 7. She was yesterday found herself up the order and got a 50. This is Hall's 28th T20 match. Runs of 288, the best highest score 43. So again, the numbers show that they got the capability of getting through. It's just how they deal with the pressure that they're under right now, as the current score reads 70 for 4.
Kula, and she picks up a single. I think that score should now be 72.
Yep.
5.
For 5, yeah, sorry, just a bit behind here on the screens.
change to around the wicket. 72 for 5. Required rate, almost 8 to the over. Julia Hall to face Kayla Reinecker.
Shot.
Oh, that's big. It's up in the air. There's a field underneath it. And they take the catch. Is that Van Niekerk? Yeah, that's the captain, Danae Van Niekerk. And the momentum is moving.
Shot.
Oh, that's big. It's up in the air. There's a field underneath it. And they take the catch. Is that
Van Niekerk, Julia Hall, just falling out there towards the long on area.
Well, compliments to Western Province. Clinical. They show their composure in the big moments here. 72 for 6.
As Kiara Fisher strides into the wicket. A lot to be asked here from Fisher to make sure that she gets the team close or even just over the rope.
Well, a big responsibility on the shoulders of Fisher and the captain Zintle Kula from here onwards.
Still not something impossible here. These two obviously can hold the bat.
Not impossible, but it will take something special from here onwards.
Kiara Fisher on strike. Dot ball there, just blocked to the cover region. Reinecker has been really good this over so far. She picked up 2.
Another dot ball. Over bowled. Good over for Western Province. They only conceded 2 runs and they picked up 2 wickets.
Yeah, crucial wickets being picked up there from Reinecker. As her figures reach 2 overs, 3 overs, I beg your pardon, 1 for 19, 2 for 19. Momentum on the Western Province side, Mr. Kennedy?
Yeah, absolutely. And Gemma Botha will continue. Zintle Kula. A crucial over for Western Province. I've said they picked up 2 wickets in that over. And Gemma Botha with Kula on strike. The single won't hurt Western Province right now.
Just a slight change in the field. The sweeper comes up into the ring. So there's only two players outside the 30-yard ring. It's deep, it's a cow corner and slightly behind square on the leg side. Short there, just cut to the cover region for no run.
Yeah, Kiara Fisher, she's under pressure here. She will need to get off the mark. She will need to move forward. Another dot ball from Gemma Botha. Western Province apply the pressure here. Fisher straight to the fielder. That's a single. And Zintle Kula is on strike.
Shot.
Oh, that's in the gap. That's 1 bounce for. Kula takes the ownership here. And that's 4 runs to the captain. Will she be the game breaker with the bat as well after bagging a 5 earlier today.
Again, Kula bringing the intensity into this innings again. Obviously, after losing 2 wickets in the previous over, she still managed to find the boundary to keep the Badgers' hope alive here.
And that one will run away. Most probably will run away for 4. No, it'll be cut off. They will come back for the second. 8 runs in the over. Overbowled. End of over number 14. And the score now 80 for 6.
Western Province was at this stage over number 15, 83 for 4. And the Badgers are 80 for 6. With the run rate required is 8.8. She's still in with the game here.
Yeah, they will need to score 44 runs in this last 5 overs to take this home. It's basically 9 per over. And Kiara Fisher will face Kayla Reineke. She's been very economical. 1 for 19 in her 3 overs.
Fisher has faced 5 balls. Is only no single run on her account. There's another change of field. They're asking Madoff to come into the circle. Madoff extra cover point in 45 and offside.
Fisher must get back to ball.
Long on, car corner, and fielder just behind square in the leg side, and obviously at mid wicket there. As Fisher goes
down the
straight,
track.
there's a chance.
It's taken. It's taken. That's a departure of Fisher. Good bowling from Reineke and Western Province. They stick to their plan.
Yeah, you can kind of see it's good field placing there. Bringing Long off up, asking Fisher to go over the top, and she fell into the Western Province's plan there. There's a current score reads now 81 for 7.
And I doubt that Lucian Swart will be fit to come and have a bat.
Just behind square in the leg side, and obviously at mid wicket there. As Fisher goes
down the
straight,
track.
there's a chance.
It's taken. It's taken. That's a departure of Fisher. Good ball.
I know it's a bit early to mention, but just a clinical performance with Western Province within the field.
Yeah, they kept it very simple. Very good basics in the field.
Held on to their catches. I mean, some good stops, a couple of run-outs. So fielding plays a massive role in this format of the game. Putting the right fielders at the right place, the right stages of the game is also important.
Yeah, Giselle Abrams, her aim was to get Zintle Kula on strike. And that's exactly what she did. Kula is very quick between the wickets. And Kula will need to find the boundaries here.
Now the stage is set here for the leader to play unbelievable innings with the bat. As she faced one of the best bowlers so far on this day, Reineke.
Yeah, she was also very economical yesterday. Reineke to Kula. Over the top. There's protection out there. She takes the catch, and I think this is game, set, match.
Again, Kula going for the option to hit it over the top there, but falling short again.
And all of a sudden, Western Province, they're in the run to walk away here with a bonus point victory, as the Badgers need to score 100 runs on the dot to prevent.
On this day, Reineke.
Yeah, she was also very economical yesterday. Reineke to Kula. Over the top. There's protection out there. She takes the catch, and I think this is game, set, match.
The basic things correct and holding to the catch. As the score reads 81 for 8.
Nadine Moodley, she scored 29, still the top score. America now back 3 for 20. As we see to Saffron's walking out. 81 for 8, and there's still 20 balls left in his innings. There's an appeal for a stumping chance. Umpire summary, Stratham is unmoved. Reineke doesn't look very happy. France defensive. End of the over and end of over number 16. Only 1 run conceded in this over with 2 wickets.
Again, like we said, all the momentum with Western Province here. You got to give credit to where it's due. They've been very clinical within the field. Most of the bowlers executing their plans close to perfection today. Less extras, less wides. Obviously that was a conversation yesterday.
And you can see the captain, Leah Jones. She want to finish off things properly. She even took off the arm guards. Make sure she's comfortable to run into bowl to Giselle Abrams. Jones to Abrams, that's wide, a great stop by Philander, diving towards the left.
Yeah, Philander's been very good behind the stumps this whole weekend. As Jones just slide one down leg there. Not where she intended to bowl that one.
Jones to Abrams. Nicely played, it's a dive there from Van Niekerk, but she will not prevent a single, and it will bring Touche France back to strike, back on strike. Well played by Western Province. They did well from the beginning to keep the Garden Badgers batters under pressure. Jones to France, and that one, there's an appeal there, missing leg stump.
Yeah, correct.
No run added to the total.
Yeah, credit must go to Western Province. It takes a lot for a team to...
Garden Badgers batters under pressure. Jones to France, and that one, there's an appeal there.
Also, on the other hand, you'll feel for the Garden Badgers.
France, yeah, there is a single in there. Ooh, ooh. She almost took out the captain.
Jeez. Yeah, they will be very disappointed.
France, yeah, there is a single in there. Ooh, ooh.
They will be slightly sharper in the field, but they let themselves down there.
Abrams, straight to the fielder. 84 for 8.
Yeah, the run rate shot up to 12.
Yeah, because of the fact that there's no finals, Western Province will be very mindful that they need to bag a bonus point victory here to get full points out of this contest. Swing and a miss there from Abrams. Kayla Reineke, the pick of the bowlers, 3 for 20. Jones.
Yeah, despite not picking up wickets, she's bowled excellently here this afternoon.
Yeah, she set the tone right from the beginning. And Delmy Tucker will continue. Delmarie Tucker from the Freda Street end of the ground, bowling over number 18. Jones only conceded 12 runs in the 4 overs. That was very good.
It's been an excellent performance from Jones, leading from the front there.
And the teenager Tishay France is on strike. And Tucker will bowl to her. Tishay France aiming to hit that one over mid wicket. No proper contact made, dot ball. Quicker one, that will be a single for Tishay France as he's setting off.
Brings Abrams back on strike. Message is pretty clear here, they need boundaries.
Tucker to Abrams, defensive, dot ball. Once again Tucker, she give herself some room. That will be a single with Faye Tunnicliffe patrolling the mid-wicket boundary. Tishay France picking up a single. Well, it will be frustrating for Western Province. Although they are in command of this match, they would desperately like to restrict the badges to less than 99 here, and that is 12 runs with 2 overs left to secure a bonus point win. And bearing in mind that Lucian Swart is injured, she will most probably and most definitely not come into bat, following a direct hit by a cricket ball on her forehead.
And picking up the wicket with the same.
And picking up the wicket, yeah.
In the same sentence.
So Yasu will continue and bowl a third over from the commentary box end of the ground. On strike is the young Tishay France. Only one. And they can come back for the second? No, they won't. Well, the turning points, obviously the departure of Nadine Moonley and the run out of Isel Cillier. Very good application of skills, good basic fielding, and most importantly, bowling a very few number of wides today.
Yeah, Western Province bowlers much better than if you compare them to yesterday.
Oh well, that one will run away for 4. No, it will be cut off, but it will 2 runs for Giselle Abrams as she comes back and taking the score to 90 for 8. 10 balls left in this innings. Will Western Province secure that very important bonus point in restricting the Badgers not to get to 100? Sinaletu Yasu into Abrams. Hit. Stop. It will be a single. 9 balls left in the innings. 9 runs required to prevent the bonus point. Pardon, 8 runs. A swing and a miss through to the keeper, Philander. Yasu to Tishay France. And she'll pick up a single. 1 more ball left in this over. Yasu's 3rd over. She conceded 16 runs, very economical. $27 runs per over required. I don't think that is going to be achieved. So Western Province will walk away with the victory here. That's a foregone conclusion. But will they walk away with a very important bonus point? Yasu to bowl to Giselle Abrams. And they will do. Game over here with an over to spare. 93 for 9. I don't think Lucian Swartz. Yes, Lucian Swartz will in fact come into bat. Walk away with a very important bonus point. Yasu to bowl to Giselle Abrams. And they will do. Game over here. And we've got 1 more over left as we see Lucian Swartz walking out to come and bat. That's quite a brave effort after she was hit straight on the forehead with a cricket ball today. And as you said, picking up a wicket.
Yeah, happy to see that she's fine to continue playing. Obviously in a very difficult stage of the game now, walking in only 1 more over to face and 32 runs for victory. But like you said, Mr. Kennedy, that bonus point for Western Province quite crucial here. As we can obviously try and see if Swart can restrain them from picking up that bonus point.
Yeah, the umpires will make a decision on the player of the match. Faye Tunnicliffe scored 49 from 38 deliveries. And by the look of things, she will play in the winning side. And then the captain of the Badgers, Zintle Kula, carry a career best 5 for 21.
Shema Botha to ask to bowl the last over here.
That should be a couple, or will it only be a single? No, it will only be a single. Tishay France. Yeah, debut today here for Tishay France. I think she bowled pretty decent against a very formidable batting lineup from Western Province. World Sports Betting Western Province, the defending champions in the Pro20 competition, sponsored by Hollywoodbets. There's nothing wrong with that shot. It will bring up a couple. They come back for the second. Well run by Lucian Swartz. Taking the score to 95. They need 4 more runs to prevent the bonus point. Well, there's a lot to play always in a cricket game, even if it's a bonus point. She will present. No, she's home. That is
Great effort there in the
a
middle.
drop catch. Great effort. Couldn't prevent a single, even if it's a bonus point. She will present. No, she's home. That water. Well, is that in the gap? Tichet France will save the bonus point for the Garden Route Badgers, the teenager, and that will also bring up the 100 for the Garden Route Badgers. Well played, Western Province. Well, is that in the gap? Tichet France will save the bonus point for the Garden Route Badgers, the teenager.
We see, like you mentioned, the bonus point was a conversation in the training room.
I think there's a run-out opportunity that went missing, taking the score to 100 and 1 for 9, 1 ball left, and the target obviously 120.
There was a conversation in the training room.
I think there's a run-out opportunity that went missing. Defensive and run out from the last ball of the match. 101 all out. Warren, to put it together, Province won the toss this morning. They opted to have a bat first. Missing. Defensive and run out from the last ball of the match. 101. Unfortunately, she couldn't continue bowling. Zintle Kula 5 for 21. They managed to defend that.
Yeah, excellent performance from Western Province here. Again, like we mentioned earlier, it was great determination after yesterday's result, and obviously they showed why are they the defending champions in this competition, the T20 competition. So great performance from them. Obviously, the Badgers will obviously relook and try and see where they can improve slightly. But also there was outstanding performance, as mentioned. Kula picked up 5, a career best for 21. And also that great knock from Tanny Cliff there up the order for Western Province. But nevertheless, great cricket over this past weekend. Nice to be here, Mr. Kennedy. Also a pleasure to spend some time in the commentary box with you again.
Absolutely. In conclusion, I think that 40 overs they scored in the last 5 overs, 40 runs they scored in the last 5 overs. Together with a very good clinical bowling and fielding performance, secured victory for World Sports Betting Western Province by 22 runs in this Cricket South Africa Hollywoodbets Pro20 match. From Oudtshoorn, it's back to the studio.
Please get your attention to the respective teams, World Sports Betting Western Province and the Garden Route Badges, and everybody tune in to this YouTube channel. I'd like to welcome you at the post-match presentation for the Cricket South Africa Hollywoodbets Pro20 series match between the defending champions Western Province and the Garden Route Badges. First of all, I would like to call forward the losing captain, Zinhle Kula. Zinhle, was tough. You were victorious yesterday. You did well to restrict the visitors to 123. You yourself as a captain bagged 5 wickets. It must be disappointing.
Yeah, it is a bit disappointing, but I mean, it's just one of those games. It's going to come hard today, and we take the loss, but we have to go back to a great game.
Congratulations, as you correctly say, we should probably take a year off today.
Because we could have chased down my score, but like I said, nevertheless, we take the loss. It's a chance.
Thank you, and well done on your personal career-based performance. All the best for the Garden Route Badges. Well done, Mr. Kula. Well, it's great to see a smile back on the face of the captain. I would like to call forward your jokes. You did exceptionally well. You scored 40 runs in the last 5 overs, 120. Always tricky target here for the recreation ground at the T20 match. What do you think you did right to turn things around?
I think our bowling was really well. Compared to yesterday, we obviously need to make a massive comeback, and kudos to our bowlers, we did that. I think we also did a really good job today. Batting still a bit iffy, but I mean, first game of the season out the way, and I'm sure we'll get much better.
No, I will completely agree with you. The basics in terms of your bowling and fielding was exceptional today. Obviously, also a little bit of disappointment. You were in the game for a bonus point victory and you couldn't pull that one through.
Yeah, there's a lot of matches to do.
It's great to happen. Well done. We are safe to have you back to Cape Town, and all the best for the rest of your campaign. Well, we spoke about the player of the match yesterday, and a player that also has got a liking to score runs here in Oudtshoorn. Player of the match, she scored 49 runs, a match winning as he turned out from 38 deliveries, 2 6s and 5 4s, Faitani Cliff. Well, congratulations, you take a lot of responsibility, for this innings.
Yeah, I think like I was seeing a lot of messages with the coaches and saying like, what must I go, must I anchor the innings, and unfortunately couldn't bat to the end. That was the plan, but a couple of good cameos there, but I must just say it's what we have 20 is pretty special. But just glad we could get over the line today.
Yeah, sad that you couldn't reach the milestone of 50, you ended up on 49, but also from our side and from everybody, well played and deservedly player of the match.
Thank you very much, appreciate it.
All the best for your campaign.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Also to the two officiating umpires today, Leonard Kaufman and Sunway Stone. Thank you for your contribution to everybody that joined in. Thank you very much, and back to the studio.
Thank you very much, sir.